Hey guys, what's up? Wally with Beach River Landscapes. I want to talk to you about something today that I have learned the hard way. Something that I learned about a long time ago. And it was something that I wasn't even aware I was doing wrong. It was just assumptions. I operated a couple years on these really bad assumptions. I find this happening all the time. I find that landscapers and lawn care guys are giving their work away to other contractors inadvertently, purely because somebody is not in the know-how. And that's what's happening. That's what happens a lot. I just had this conversation yesterday with a friend of mine named Eric. He owns, he runs 2 trucks and all that, and he does mainly lawn maintenance, and he's actually really good at landscape installs. But the problem, he's only been in business for 3 years. He's doing really well. He had bought out some accounts and all that. So the problem that he has had, and we were talking yesterday, it was a second landscape job that was given away from one of his clients to a landscape-only install company, and never even bothered to ask him if he could do the work. So that just really brought up, man, like a thorn that I had in my side, and something that I learned. I had the same thing happen to me. My nose is so itchy today. I had the same thing happen to me when I first started. So it's not the client's fault. I want to say that first and foremost. You may think that, well, I'm their lawn guy. You think that they're going to call me. That's not what happens, guys. They think that really what happens, when I had this and I confronted one of my clients about this, they literally said, I didn't realize you do landscaping. I thought all you did was lawn maintenance. So I asked somebody else to do it. I didn't want to overwhelm you or overload you. And so that's something that was said to me. This was like 2010, 2009. Long time ago. From there it changed, like the way I communicated with my clients. But it's just a really quick point. Stop giving your work away. And how you're giving your work away is you're not communicating and telling your clients that you do everything that you can do. They would be giving away irrigation jobs and all. I'd show up one day, there were jobs, like I would show up on some jobs and there's somebody there like putting in a pump, putting in all the lines, the valve boxes, everything. And I'm like, hey, why didn't you let me know? I had no idea that you did that. I'm like, hey, it's not your fault, that's my fault. I went through that for the first couple of years starting out. It wasn't like tons of jobs, but the first couple of years I went through that. There would be jobs that were installed and I didn't say anything because I just, it wasn't that I was scared to say anything. I just figured maybe, hey, that's their landscaper because I'm new to their yard. Maybe they already have a landscaper and I just do the lawn maintenance. I'm assuming that they have a landscaper. They're assuming I don't do landscaping, that I don't do irrigation work, So there's just a lot of miscommunication that happens a lot with your clients. And it's really up to us. It's up to us to educate them on everything that we do, inform them really, There's nothing wrong with, letting them know, hey, I'm Wally, just to let you know, I thank you for, thank you for giving us the opportunity to take care and manage your property. Just so you know, if you don't know already, we also do irrigation installs and repairs, design. We also do landscape design, install, and as a client, you will get a reduced rate as opposed to just an outside landscaper that may come in and do the work. So just keep us in mind if and when you're ready to do any landscaping. And right there you have an opportunity. If there is an opportunity, don't just make one up. If there is an opportunity, say, just so you know, like my opinion, because I'm gonna tell you something, guys. People love when you give them suggestions when it comes to landscaping or maintenance. Hey, there's some brown patch fungus over here, or if you don't know, hey, there's like a big brown spot over here. I don't know if you know that. I would get somebody to treat that right away. If it needs to be resodded, let me know. I can resod it for you. But hey, we handle landscaping, blah, 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 blah. And so if and when you're ready, let me know. And that's where you can go, just as an idea, I was thinking about this spot over here and like say, this isn't working with what you have over here. I think that A, B, and C would look amazing over here if you ever are interested in changing some landscaping. You would be shocked how many people go, well, how much would that cost? Oh, well, sweet. And then they're so excited that you were so invested in their property, so that you're so invested in their property, you just created like a stronger bond. You know what I'm saying? Before, like when you have a new client, you know what I'm saying? You have a new client, you're like, this is like, hey, you need a long guy? Hey, I need a long guy. And you're kind of just going in a little bit, you know, touching a little bit. There you go, or got a new long guy. All right, cool, right? And then there's like your first, like, you know, 20 visits, right? You know what I'm saying? Then after that, you know, it's like, hey, you know each other by first name. You're like saying hey all the time. You know what I'm saying? You're kind of like here. You know what I'm saying? By the end of the year, you should definitely be at like a 90-degree angle in your hand bend when it comes to, you know, the tight grip that you have with your client. You know, once you go past that, you need to start pulling. You need to pull it in, man. You need to pull it in, rein it in. And that's how you can do that stuff, you know. Always suggest things if they need to be suggested. Don't try to sell somebody something they don't need, you know. But they look at you as the professional, and has nothing to do with you having 20,000 trucks or half a truck. It has nothing to do with it. You have professional equipment. You're on their property. They're paying you. You're a professional. So they really look to us for landscaping ideas. Most of them, not all, most people just don't know what works. They know visually what they like to see, but they don't know what works for the most part. So, and if you don't know what works, there's nothing wrong with going to a nursery, taking a picture of something before you talk to a client, before you talk to them. Take a picture of like a section of the yard and be like, this just doesn't look right. It could look so much better, you know? So take a picture of that. Go to a nursery. Say, hey, Nick, hey, Aaron, hey, Brad, what would this look like? You know, like here's a picture of this client's, somebody's calling me. Here's a picture of this client's house. I don't exactly know what I should do there. What are some plant ideas that will work here? Do things like that. They'll give you some plant ideas. And nurseries are cool like that. You know, try to work up some little ideas, you know what I'm saying? And just go there and do that. You know, try things out. But don't give your business away. Now, if there's a job, a client does come to you, say, hey, I want a rock fountain. You can't do rock fountains, man? Don't do rock fountain there if you've never done one before. That just say I don't do that. You know, I can help you find somebody. Blah blah blah. Landscaping. If you're not a landscape installer and you have no clue what to do, that's okay. I would start getting into it if I were you. It's a good way to supplement some income. It's just I mean, landscaping is money in your hand. Landscaping's great. But I mean, most of us lawn guys, you know, we landscape. But just don't give it away. I did landscaping and none of my clients realized it in the beginning. Don't give it away. So like I said, just when you introduce yourself, when you're going in for the little finger tickle, you know what I'm saying? Finger tickle, right there, let them know. Like, right there. You know what I'm saying? Right there is when, you know, this is, I need a lawn guy, oh, lawn guy. Okay, I trust you. Right there, as soon as like you make contact and you start that little grip. By the way, I do landscaping, irrigate, whatever it is that you do. You don't have to do irrigation, whatever. Anything that you actually do, make sure that you let them know that it is a service that you provide, and if and when you need that, to definitely let you know first. And again, let's go back. If you don't do landscape installs, they ask you if you can do landscape installs. Say you want to do it, but you've never done it. What you can do is take that opportunity to say, I've really been wanting to get into landscaping. If you have plant ideas, I would love to try it, and maybe just do it at a really, really, really low rate. Say if it's a small job, you know, you're not losing anything, but you're gaining the experience, you know what I mean? So you can just be like, you know, I'll give it to you like 15% over cost, 20% over cost, something like that, just so I can get the experience to do it. And you're just, you know, paying minimal, you know, price. You're just basically paying for the plants, you know. I've done that too, you know, before, you know, anyways. So there's some little things that you can do if you're not into landscaping and you want to get into it. I suggest you not just get into irrigation on the fly with somebody. My phone is blowing up, son. I suggest you getting some experience with somebody before you just jump in and do irrigation of somebody's property. Still, like even just irrigation repairs. You know, if you just want to like fix a head and you want to put a coupler on there and you don't know how to do it, you know, practice at home first. You know what I'm saying? But there's just so many opportunities that you can seize that are just given away every single day, man, and I hate to see that for you guys. So just make sure that when you go in for the finger tickle, that you explain the services that you do. You reiterate it because people will forget. Reiterate, like I said, bring up suggestions. Make sure to always, when you're doing lawn maintenance, if you see anything wrong, my eye is always looking for what's wrong. It does not focus on what's good or what's right. My mom always said you eat with your eyes first, and when you take the classes for weeds, spraying weeds and all, it's the first thing that the instructor told me years ago is if it does not belong, it's a weed, and that's my whole concept when it comes to lawn maintenance and everything, and that's what we train the guys on. Look for what doesn't belong, what's not working. So, you can find things that are wrong with the yard, you bring them up in an email or a conversation. They love the fact that you're invested in their property. You see some landscape, like, you could really do with some nice, plants along the driveway here, or just that corner, that tree's kind of, that small shrub tree isn't looking too good. I would take it out and do something here. You can always add these things into services and make some extra money constantly all the time. When you have big condos, it's way harder to do that. They got boards, they got to approve budgets, they got to do all this. When I was rocking, over a couple hundred homes, it was landscaping guru. It was all the time, landscaping everywhere, man. So just don't give away your business, guys. Do not give away your money. You need to be politely assertive. Let people know you can offer the service if they're looking for it, but let them know up front. Don't wait for some landscaper to be there on your property, putting in plants on your property because your client didn't know that you could install plants on your property, okay? All right, I'll cut this short. That's all I got to say. Y'all have a good day. Peace out.